All right, so we are under the subreddit of business_ideas. The first one's already a winner. I like it. Meaning that we can actually discuss it. It's not AI and it's not somebody selling something.
And it's not, I'm looking for a software
partner. All right, this is from Dry Bookkeeper 3413. Says, planning on starting a jet ski rental business. I like it already. Planning on starting a jet ski rental business. Any advice on or helpful insight from someone with experience in the jet ski rental business? Any advice or help would be appreciated, especially advice on standing out from competitors. So there's two parts to that: starting it and marketing it.
Yes.
All right. So starting it, I think we just did a pretty good job explaining what you should be doing. If you're renting equipment, you absolutely positively want to become an LLC or a C Corp. And probably an LLC.
And have plethora of insurance.
Absolutely. If you don't know what plethora means, please go watch The Three Amigos. Yeah. You will quickly understand what plethora means.
That's where I got it from.
That's where everyone got it from.
It became my favorite word.
No one knew that word before The Three Amigos.
My other one is infamous. He's so famous that he's infamous.
So funny. No one knew those two words before The Three Amigos. Anyway, you absolutely want to form your business as either as an LLC or a C Corp. This sounds like a perfect LLC for me. And insurance is going to be key.
Yep.
Okay. The equipment you get could be brand new, state of the art. Doesn't matter. Someone's going to hurt themselves. Yep. Someone's going to get hurt, and guess whose fault it's going to be? You can give them all the training in the world, have them sign all the waivers in the world. You could wrap them in bubble wrap, and they'll still find a way to get hurt, and it will be your fault.
I have a great story for you.
I'm sure you do.
So, back when I was in the cooking world, I took a summer job on a glacier with snowmobile tours.
Where?
In Iceland.
Oh, okay.
So we were up on the glacier, right? And I was part of the kitchen staff, and because I had search and rescue experience and all that stuff, when they were short on guides, I would be the one that was brought out, right?
So you're the Sherpa.
Yes. What's funny is when we got certain nationalities, headquarters, it was like a hour bus ride from where they boarded to take the bus up to the glacier. Every once in a while, we would get a call from HQ, and all they would say is, "We need everyone on the guides right now."
That's so. When I was a lifeguard, when you heard the 3 whistles, that means someone's dead, basically.
Okay,
so it's the same thing.
It's not.
Okay,
we just knew that there were certain people coming on that bus that would require more guides to keep them all safe.
I thought like someone was lost and everyone's got to go find them.
Because you would think like the snowmobile theoretically is the easiest thing, just like a jet ski on the planet, to drive, because there's no brake, there's literally just
go
gas.
or no go.
It's go or no go, right? And you would think that people know when the thing is falling over and it's on its side that you should let go of the gas. There are certain people that don't know that. And we would literally have to monitor. And when we saw someone was beginning to tip over, we would ride up next to them and slap them on their hand that held the gas so that they would not go down and start spinning the snowmobile. No, I kid you not. Right? And don't give me that look. So when I tell you that anytime you put anybody on a mobile device, and I don't mean like a phone, but like a device that can
vehicle of some sort,
there are going to be a handful of people that have no idea how to operate that vehicle, but will tell you that they can.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Right?
Yeah.
So like with stuff like this, as dumb as it sounds, right? The first thing you need to do is do standard operating procedures. I would even go as far as having a dummy jet ski on the beach and have someone show me how they're going to sit on it.
Yeah.
What they're going to do if it starts tilting. What they're going to do if they feel like they're falling off. because a lot of people don't even realize that they have to counteract what the
What is the fascination? And I've seen this before now that you mention it. What is the fascination with about to fall off and wanting to go faster?
I don't
Like
I-
that's going to save you or
so
something.
no. So here's the thing: you have to remember that the gas on these things
Yeah.
is normally like a squeeze.
Yeah, right.
So as they're falling off, the natural instinct is to hold on tighter.
Mm.
And when you hold on tighter, what do? You push the
Yeah.
gas, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, so besides all of this stuff, other than that, as far as like marketing this and all that stuff, I mean, realistically, almost every jet ski rental is going to be the same, right? It's just a matter of, can you get more attention than the guy right up the beach or whatever. You can also do things like make sure you give people better training, better instructions. That helps you with the word of mouth. For people that have never done it, they're like, oh, you should go here because they actually show you how to do this properly. Yeah. You can do things like make all of your jet skis a certain color so they stand out from everybody else. Like order them.
Make them all hot pink.
yeah.
Seriously. I'm not joking. Make them all hot pink.
Whatever color.
I have an idea. What about going and partnering with like local hotels and resorts and things like that?
So most of them have to do something like that where they either partner with them. If you're in a touristy area, partner with people that do the tours.
Yep. Tour operators. Yep.
So stuff like that is what's going to get you ahead. Google business profiles. If you're overseas, things like TripAdvisor, being found on Google so people can pre-plan coming to you. That's going to be your strong suit.
If you're near a cruise port, be an excursion.
Yep.
Work with the cruise lines to be an excursion. I'm pretty confident you can. So companies like Viator and things like that, all they do is they find people who own little excursions and things like that and all over the world, and they become partners with Viator, and now you're on the Viator list. Now you're paying Viator a percentage to do that.
You're paying a percentage to market.
Viator's signing people up to use your services, so that'd be another way to do it as well.
I call it a transfer of marketing budget.
Yeah.
Right? They are now marketing you and getting people in your door.
Exactly.
Just like a salesperson or marketing person would. So, but yeah, I mean, I love stuff like this. I always love physical businesses. Oh, and another thing, don't underestimate the amount of maintenance you're going to need, because people will beat your equipment like dead. Like they will abuse it.
Yeah.
Because it's not theirs. So even the people that are experienced riders will try to do stuff on your jet ski that they wouldn't think of doing on their own.
Of course they wouldn't. No. And that's the same thing with rental cars.
Oh, yeah.
People... I don't. I actually try to keep my rental car nice, but people just annihilate rental cars sometimes. I wonder is that why you think in the U.S. rental cars, now that we're way off topic, but rental cars don't have manual transmissions anymore? Because people that don't know how to drive manual transmissions rent them?
Honestly, it is hard to find manual transmissions in any car.
In this country, it's impossible.
Even at the dealership.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I had this conversation with my uncle who's a mechanic. And this is going back years, like when every car where I grew up was stick shift.
Sure.
Like,
well, you're over in Europe. That's where it is. Yeah.
So on automatic was like the odd one out, right? And I always remember him saying, he's like, if the automatic transmission was slightly better, he's like, there is all the benefits in the world to having an automatic versus a manual. He's just like, most people don't like how it shifts, right? And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, half the problems I had with all my cars when I was driving stick shift was the flywheel, the clutch. The automatic transmission eliminates a lot of that maintenance, right? So it makes sense now that automatic transmissions have gotten so much better that we're no longer using stick shift. Like stick shift is like an art form, and it's really cool. But like when Ferrari goes to paddle shifters, right? It's probably time for
it's at the end,
right? It's probably time for Ford to do it as well, right? Like you only need a manual transmission for like if you're jeeping, right? If you're off in the woods or driving on 8 foot of snow, I can see where a manual transmission could work to your benefit.
Sure, yeah.
But with these automatic transmissions nowadays, like, do you really need it? Like,
no, you don't. But they are better in gas mileage, usually, right?
It
manuals?
depends on how you drive it. That's the thing.
Well, that's true because you could overdo
So
it with the
so like
RPMs.
when do you remember when Mazda launched their like Sky Active technology that
Oh,
was
yeah,
supposed to be
yeah.
like, do you know what they did to the car?
No.
All they did was they manipulated the transmission so that they put in more gear so it shifts at a lower RPM.
Oh, okay.
That's all it did.
That's all it did.
Because I literally
That's
had the
funny.
model before they went to Sky Active, and then I was going to trade it in and get one that was like the Sky Active. And I got in and I drove it, and I'm like, what the hell did they do to this car? Like, they used to be so much fun, and now it's like, I was like,
No fun anymore.
Yeah, no. It was a similar engine, similar horsepower that you felt the transmission. They slaughtered it.
I have a funny manual story. So, I drove a manual early 2010s. I had a Mazda 3.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun car! It was so much fun.
That's
car was
what
great.
I had, the Mazda 3.
Yeah, and it was the first stick shift I had driven.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to drive on it, and it was great. It was a real fun car. So, this past summer, I think it was it's past summer. I'm over in England with my friends. We're at the Phillies are playing the Mets, right?
Yeah.
And so we went for the series, and the night before the game, Weezer and Smashing Pumpkins were playing about 2 hours away,
Nice.
and I think in Birmingham, maybe something like that. I think it was
Could be.
Birmingham, England, and my buddy and I were like, you know what, we got to go to this. We're like big fans of both, so
Can you not?
we rented a car. And I'm like, of course I could drive stick shift. It's not a problem.
Can you drive stick shift left-handed?
Okay, so that's the funny part. I completely had it in my head that, of course, I'm on the other side of the road. I have no problem with that. I'll figure it out. And then I get in the car and I realize, oh my God, the stick's on the other side. And I did perfectly fine. The first 10 minutes were definitely a little scary because I was not used to shifting with the left hand.
Yep.
I picked it up. We got on the highway, got back. Everything was fine. But it was just like, okay, I don't know what
Like, where's first gear, right?
I could not get into first gear.
Yeah.
First gear, that's what it was. There was like, so if this with the paddle, there was a little thing you had to lift up in order to get in the first gear.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I don't know that. How am I supposed to know about that?
A lot of times that you have to lift it to get into reverse.
Yeah,
as well.
maybe it was reverse.
I think it's reverse.
It was reverse,
You lift,
I think. Yeah.
and then sometimes the gearbox is opposite, right? So it's towards you and up is first.
It took forever to figure
So when
it
you're
out.
left-handed, it's like, wait a minute. So is it away from me and up, or is it still towards me and
Right,
up? Right.
right.
Yeah. And yet another reason why we eliminated manual.
It took a little bit to figure. And the funny thing is, while we were at the rental place, the guy knew I was from the United States. He goes, "So do you want an automatic?" I was like, "No, I'll drive a manual." He goes, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can drive a manual, no problem."
I got this. I think.
So anyway, back to jet skis.
Yeah.
Cool idea. I love jet skis. Are so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Marking it is probably, at least at first, if not continuously, it's going to require you to partner with people.
Oh yeah.
That's the best way to get people into your shop.
And here's the thing. The other thing is, this is where I love old-fashioned marketing, right? Like if you're in
Word of mouth.
Beyond that, if you're in like a tourist town, like print out little flyers and literally have someone walking around town just handing those out like
direct
candy,
marketing.
right?
Yeah, I like it.
It works. As much as people think it doesn't, there's a reason you still see it in places like New York and Philly, where people are standing on a corner and handing you flyers, right? It's because that stuff works.
I saw a TikTok the other day. It was great, of that happening. Someone handing him a flyer. Guy pulls out a pen, signs it,
and hands it back.
Like, thanks. Like he's getting an autograph. It was great. All right. So Drive Bookkeeper, good luck to you. Cool idea. I really do hope it works out for you. And let us know where you are. We'll come check them out.
Remember that if you have questions or comments, please drop them below and we will prioritize actually answering the questions on these videos.